Good morning, students. Today we start chapter insulation. Now we discuss about insulation. As you know, the sun is the ultimate source of heat and energy for the various phenomena that take place on the Earth's surface and its atmosphere. That means the plants, when they prepare their foods, they use during photosynthesis that the sun's energy, and all the weather phenomena which occur in the atmosphere that occur due to that the sun's energy. Sun is a star of average size. Two most predominant gases, hydrogen and helium, are found in ratio 3:1. When hydrogen and helium they fuse to each other and produce huge amount of energy. The sun's surface temperature about 6000 degree Celsius. The sun emits energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation, that is UV rays. The solar energy travel in the form of rays at a speed of about 30,000 kilometers per second. That means the sun energy reaches to the Earth's surface within 8 minutes. Your planet have to receive that the optimum amount of sun energy, because of that the right distance from the sun. In your planet Earth, Earth surface, the insolation is not uniform everywhere. It is maximum at the equator and minimum at the poles. Reason, because equator get direct rays of the sun, so that's why it is considered that the hotter place on the earth, whereas poles get slanting rays of the sun, so that is considered the coldest place on the earth. Now we discuss what is insolation. Insolation means incoming solar radiation that reach the Earth's surface is called insolation. Insolation reach to the Earth's surface in the form of UV rays, or you can say short waves, electromagnetic waves. Your Earth's surface heating up due to insolation, and your atmosphere, which have to be receive heat, but some of the part of this heat is absorbed by clouds, dust particle, water vapors. So most of the part means out of 100 unit, only 51 unit reach to the Earth's surface, remaining move back to the space. Our atmosphere is not directly heated from the sun, but by the terrestrial radiation. Now our next topic, what is terrestrial radiation? Terrestrial radiation means during the daytime, whatever the heat absorbed by the Earth's surface, that is radiated back in the form of long waves, that is called terrestrial radiation. And our lower layer of atmosphere, that is troposphere, absorb the large amount of terrestrial radiation. Discuss differential heating of land and water. As you know, land is we can say that the gets heated faster as compared to water, and cooler faster, because land is a still and water is mobile in nature. So during daytime, when the sunlight reach on the earth's surface, it absorbs this heat. And as compared to water, water is mobile in nature. When the sunlight reach at the bottom, then it start heating up. So that's why there is a great difference in the temperature condition found in the land area or the sea area. This is the main reason the land breeze and sea breeze originate on the coastal areas. factor affecting distribution of temperature. First of all, we discuss latitude. Latitude means angular distance of a place north or south of the equator. Equator get the direct rays of the sun, so that's why it is the hotter place on the earth. As we move from equator to Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn, this is a torrid zone because only these three important lines of latitude get the direct rays of the sun as compared to the other important lines of latitude, because the Tropic of means after Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle or Antarctic Circle in the south, they get oblique rays of the sun. So they are there the temperate zone, means neither very hot nor very cold. As we see in the places which is during the daytime, the temperature is hotter during the noon time as compared to the morning or evening. The reason behind is the noon time, the sun is falling straight on the earth's surface and it covers a small part of the atmosphere, whereas in the morning or evening time, sun rays falling slanting on the earth's surface, it covers a larger part of the atmosphere, so its power of intensity of heating is less as compared to the straight waves is there. This is the reason that the noons are hotter than the morning. Altitude. Altitude is the height of the place from the mean sea level. Higher you go, temperatures start decreasing. As earlier I told you, your atmosphere is start heating by the terrestrial radiation by the process of conduction. Now what is conduction? Means when the sunlight reach on the earth's surface and the air present on the earth's surface, when touch with the hot surface, it start heating up. Hot air is light in nature, it start rising upward. However, the hot air is moving upward, it start cooling down and temperatures start decreasing. That's why hill stations are cooler than plain area during the summer season. And temperatures start decreasing 1 degree Celsius for every 166 meter height, that is called normal lapse rate. But sometime temperatures start increasing with increase in height during the winter season due to the long terrestrial radiation nights, that is called inversion of temperature. Next topic is distance from the sea. The places which lies along the sea coast, they experience maritime type of climate, or you can say oceanic type of climate, equable climate, because there are summers are night. There is a very less difference between summer or winter temperature, because these places land breeze and sea breeze maintain the temperature. So the places which is far away from the sea like Punjab, Haryana, UP, Rajasthan, we have experienced extreme type of temperature. That means summers are very hot, winters are very cold is there. Because when the means sea breeze reach to us, they become dry, they do not give any kind of effect to us is there. Next is the ocean current. Ocean current means the horizontal movement of water, that is called a ocean current. If the water flow from equatorial area to polar area, that increase the temperature of the place where they flow. For example, the Gulf Stream, when it flow along that the northeastern part of India or the northwestern part of Europe, it increase the temperature of that region is there. And if the ocean current blowing from the polar area to equatorial area, it decrease the temperature of the place. If ocean current increase the temperature or decrease the temperature, it also helpful to bring rain. How? Because if the warm water is flowing nearby your area and the wind blowing on this warm water, they are able to pick up moisture, and when the mountain come in the path of these wind, then when they stuck with these mountain and give the rainfall to that region. Same way in the if the cold wind means cold water flowing nearby your area, and if wind passing over the cold water area, they only give the cooling effect to you or dry effect to you, because they are unable to hold moisture is there. Next is the wind. Same way, wind also modify the temperature. If the wind blowing from the colder region to the warmer region, it gives that the cooling effect. If they blow from the warmer area to colder area, it decrease means increase the temperature of the place. You can take the example also, means if the wind blowing from sea to land, it able to pick up the moisture and give the rainfall to that area where they flow. And if the wind blowing from land to sea, they are not able to pick up moisture and they not give any kind of effect. They are the dry winds are there. Now slope of the land also affect the temperature of the place. If that the south facing slope in the northern hemisphere not means get the direct rays of the sun as compared to the north facing slopes, and in the southern hemisphere north facing slope get the direct rays of the sun as compared to the south facing slope. So in the northern hemisphere, south facing slopes are much warmer than the north facing, and sorry, south facing slopes are much warmer than the north facing, and in the southern hemisphere north facing slopes are much warmer than the south facing, because of that the direction of that the rays is there. That is your chapter. Read it carefully. Thank you.